Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee in the Corral. I am Abigail Hobbs, and we are back here again, out here in the corral. Actually, at the moment, I think today I'll be in the horse trailer. It's really windy outside. Super windy, like 20-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm hidden here in the horse trailer. I've got the horses Zell is laying right outside the horse trailer, taking a little nap. The other three horses are eating some hay. It might sound a little crazy because I'm kind of getting blown around here in the horse trailer, but it's better than sitting out in the wind because that would be atrocious on the microphone. Anyways, hi everybody. I missed you. Glad to be back with you today. Yesterday, you guys, I can't. It was beautiful. I don't even know the words. The weather yesterday, here where I live anyways, I don't know how your weather was, but was like, got up to almost 60 degrees. There was almost no wind yesterday, and it was pure sunshine. It was heavenly. So I designated the day, plus it was a Sunday, which was perfect. So I got to just spend the whole day with my horses. It's been a while. It's been probably a couple months before I've actually got to do some training with them and spending that kind of quality time with them all day. So it was wonderful. I took Fiona out, my little brown pony, and decided to try seeing how she feels about pulling a cart. I've got a horse cart that Shiloh used to pull, and I haven't used it since Shiloh passed away almost a year ago. This month will be a year on the 27th. But yeah, Shiloh's the only horse that ever pulled the cart. She's the only horse that ever taught to cart. And so I have this cart and this harness, and I thought, you know what? I wonder how the pony would do. So I just pulled out all of my equipment yesterday, took my time because there was no rush. I didn't wear my watch. It was wonderful. I just took as much time as I needed, and I harnessed up Fiona and just thought, we'll just give this a little go and see how things are. You know, I don't want to force anything. And she did amazing. She totally rocked her first lesson. I was so impressed with her ground driving. So I just started her with some ground driving, and then I pulled the cart over, and just led her beside me while I pulled the cart around the field. And really, that was the hardest part for her. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is for her to get comfortable around the cart. It makes a lot of noise. And then, you know, to be comfortable being trapped within the shafts of the cart. That's the other thing that's going to be. So there's things I'm going to do to prepare her and get her ready for that. But I think that's going to be her biggest challenge, is just getting comfortable with the cart. But once she gets, if I allow her to have the time that she needs and she doesn't feel pressured, she's actually really smart and learns really fast. So I'm excited about that. And then I pulled Zelenka out and did some round penning with her. She was in quite the mood. I think she's a Lipizzaner at heart. Truly, I think she is. I'm trying to drink coffee with my lid closed. Hold on. All right, that's better. Hashtag coffee tastes better when your lid's open. Anyways, and so I had Zell in the round pen, and I started working with her, and I've had her, I guess it's going to be 2 years this spring, and I've done some work with her off and on, but not a lot, because I'm unsure about her hindquarters. It seems like something's been off, and so I've been trying to spend some time. I've taken her to a couple of different vets. She doesn't show to have any real damage or anything going on, but her hindquarters just seem really clunky to me. So I haven't done a lot of training with her because I just don't want to hurt her. I just want to make sure that she's sound and healthy. Anyways, I pulled her out yesterday, and she was feeling it. She was jumping and kicking and bucking and rearing, and so I just worked with her in the round pen. And after she exerted herself quite a bit, which she started sweating really fast because she's out of shape. She's just spent her time eating. and growing. So, yeah, she needs some cardio workout. So she got a good workout in, and by the end of it, she was acting a lot more respectful. So, you know, I've trained horses a long time, and I'm realizing that it really doesn't matter how much I know. I still have so much to learn. And it's like every new horse I get or a new horse that I work with brings a new challenge. And in some way, it's like having to relearn all over again and allow myself to not just apply all of my old thinking to a new horse, but kind of allow that horse to teach me what it needs and how it responds and what best works for that horse's mind. Every horse is different, just like people are. So you have to work with the horse within what that horse is capable of physically and mentally. So for Zell, she's really young, and she's a really kind of insecure, sensitive horse. So I have to, I have to be careful, because even though she can get pretty rowdy, I have to really make sure that I stay centered and don't let my ego get involved or my feelings get involved as much as possible. I mean, it's not possible for them to never get involved, but to try to keep myself really centered and calm even when she's kind of freaking out. Because if I get all like big, then it just makes her feel like she's getting yelled at. So look at her, she's taking a nap. I don't know if you guys can see her. I've got my GoPro on, and the battery's low, so I'm not sure if it's going to last the whole podcast, but I wanted you guys to see the horses right outside the horse trailer here. Anyways, it's good. It's good for me to continue to learn and allow the horses to teach me. Not just me teach the horses, but the horses have so much to teach me. I feel like I'm just really have just maybe scraped the top of the iceberg. There's so much more I know I have to learn. And then I got Sky out. I don't think you can see her in the camera right now, but she, I've had her 2 years also this spring. And I pulled out my lariat yesterday. And just for fun, I always wanted a horse that I could like rope off of, even though I know how to sort of rope, but I'm just self-taught. So I've never had cows, and I've never really done cattle work, but I've always thought it would be fun. And Sky she was raised with cows. So the people that had her before me had cows, and she is not afraid of them. She's very interested in them. So I'd love one day to get 1 or 2 cows to work with. But until then, I'm working on my roping, and I was working with Sky yesterday, just getting desensitized to the rope. So I roped a barrel off both sides of her, and we dragged the barrel around a little bit. And it was a lot of fun because it was a challenge for me and for her. So both of us at the same time, like she was learning to get comfortable with me dragging something, which can be really scary to a horse because when it drags, they don't know the difference between like something dragging it and something chasing them. So their first instinct is it feels like something's chasing them. So it's like they have to learn to get over their first reactions. And for me, it was a challenge to first of all to rope, kind of, it's a lot of rope to juggle. So figuring out how to manage all my rope and hold my reins and steer the horse, and it was good though. It was so much fun. I felt like I love challenges. It's very what's the word that I'm looking for? But it's energizing to my brain. So that leads me to what we're going to talk about today, which is your brain. Yes. Okay, so few disclaimers. I am not a brain specialist, psychologist, psychiatrist. I just love learning about the brain. It's just so intriguing to me. And one of the things I love learning about it is because I feel like it also empowers me in my life, because the more I learn about my brain, the more I can use it for the things that are going to help me in life, instead of just like go through life surviving it and like my brain just being on autopilot. So, oh my gosh, Zell is so peaceful right now. She's got her nose on the ground, and she's just got her eyes closed. She's laying down. Just like, you can see her she's probably going to lay down all the way out soon because she can hardly hold her head up anymore. She's about to fall over. I'm surprised she's laying down with these winds too. It's pretty windy.